BSL sucks, and here are a couple of reasons why. Number one, Pit Bull isn't actually a breed. There's an American Pit Bull Terrier, a Staffordshire Terrier, a Staffordshire Bull Terrier, all of which are breeds that are frequently targeted under BSL. But Pit Bull in itself isn't a breed. You hear it all the time. My friend has a Pit Bull. I saw a Pit Bull in the dog park. Not actually a breed. It's like saying you saw a Shepherd, German Shepherd, Australian Shepherd. There's lots of different kinds, but it doesn't mean that they're all the same. So that's misunderstood. 2, BSL doesn't actually improve public safety. It's supposed to, but it doesn't. In 2005, the Ontario government implemented BSL through all of Ontario. In 2016, it was released that dog bites has gone up, but they're not from pit bulls, from lots of other breeds, German Shepherds, Golden Retrievers, Poodles. Has nothing to do with the breed. It's mostly to do with the owner, right? Well, BSL doesn't see it that way. BSL actually ignores the plight of victims from dog attacks. What does that mean? Well, basically, if you get attacked by a pit bull, the owner could face 6 months in jail and a $10,000 fine. But if you get attacked by, let's say, a standard poodle, the charges are far less. So why isn't it fair? Just because it's sort of one breed and not the other? Number 4, BSL is a waste of taxpayer dollars. In the province of Ontario, it's estimated that taxpayers are paying upwards of $100,000 per dog that gets charged through BSL. Unfortunately, the Ontario government hasn't actually been tracking publicly, at least, about how much they've spent on BSL in the last 12 years. But one has to guess, it's a lot. Perhaps one of the worst things about BSL is that it actually punishes good dog owners. There are many pit bull type dogs that are service dogs and therapy dogs, but they get treated with a different standard. And at this point, let's say in the province of Ontario, there aren't many legal pit bulls left. So that means that if you're a pit bull type dog, you're actually supposed to not be alive. Number 6 is that the BSL laws discriminates against good dog owners. There are lots of dogs that might fall into the pit bull type category that are therapy dogs or service dogs. But just because of the way they look, they get treated differently. And by treated differently, I mean, by some laws, they should be dead just for existing. And that's not fair at all. They didn't do anything wrong. And finally, not a single canine expert believes that BSL is a good idea or effective. There's just no science behind it. You know, when they have BSL in Montreal and Ontario, there have been places where they've actually started getting rid of BSL because it's not effective. But those places are in the States, they're not in Canada yet, so don't hold your breath. In the long run, BSL is hurting dog owners, it's killing dogs, and it's costing taxpayers a lot of money for something that isn't even scientifically accurate. And the worst part is if a pit bull type dog ends up in a shelter in an area with BSL, the chances of the dog getting out are not good. There are a few organizations such as Bullies in Need, go to bulliesinneed.ca, that actually go into shelters and legally take out dogs and help rehome them to other provinces, but they can't get to everyone and not every animal care facility is willing to call. So a lot of these dogs end up getting put down. In 2012, it was estimated that 1,000 dogs were put down because of BSL. Not because they hurt anyone, not because they did anything, but just because how they look. And if you want to know how crazy it is, if you have a pit bull type dog and let's say you're in your car and you're at a stoplight, somebody could just take down your license plate, report you to Animal Services and tell them that you have an illegal dog, and they'll track your license plate, find out where you live, and they'll come and charge you, take your dog, and start an investigation. Horrible. And it's very easy to get bullied. That's why you probably hear "don't bully my breed" a lot. Remember, blame the deed, not the breed. Get involved with anti-BSL in your area or support groups around the world that are fighting to get rid of BSL where they live. Oh, the last second you walked in. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe below and visit redemptiondogs.com and check out our photo series and podcast.